I noticed that you had your profile picture on there. I believe it's you I think doing an interview with Kobe there, a little bit back in the day. And I wanted to just quickly just ask you about that. We recently had the 2 anniversary of his passing, and the NBA world really misses his presence. Is there any takeaways that you have from maybe your times you interviewed him or you got to interact with him one-on-one, anything you remember just from the time with him that, stands out to you, and maybe some things that you will never forget, those special moments that you had with, the one and only Black Mamba?
So that photo is from 2001. It was somebody from NBA, from one of the NBA photographers. I don't know which one shot it, or I'd shout them out. But that is a shot of me next to Kobe. You can see the jacket he's wearing. It's like the championship jacket. So that is minutes after they clinched the championship in 2001 in Philadelphia. So that's the visiting locker room in Philadelphia. And in that moment, it was literally just me and him standing there, because the beat writers, the traveling beat writers, folks who covered every single game, got the special privilege of getting to go into the locker room early before the rest of the media descended. You got a special sticker, you go in there, you get to watch them spraying champagne all over each other and everything else. And in that moment, the rest of the Lakers are all in this like hopping scrum, singing DMX over on one side of the locker room, bouncing around, all hyped up and everything. And Kobe's just having this quiet moment off in the corner. And so I went over to approach him to see if I could to chat a little bit. But he was just, you can even see the expression on his face. He's just kind of in his own world. That's their second championship of the 3. And it's in Philadelphia, kind of, more or less his hometown. He grew up, in a suburb. Anyway, I love that shot, other than the fact that I kind of look like an alien because of the way the wide angle lens was used or whatever. Like my head looks like it's expanding back behind me. It's very strange. Maybe it's the shadows. Anyway, great shot of Kobe, terrible shot of Howard Beck. But a great moment. I covered Kobe for 7 years, 97 to 04. So the entire three-peat, the entire Shaq Kobe era. And it's hard to, in a space of a few minutes, to try to sum up any piece of that. One of the things I always remember, one is that you don't really know when a guy like rises to Kobe's status, the legendary status he had. When I first started covering the Lakers, he's 19 years old and he's still coming off the bench, and he's still kind of a skinny teenager, still trying to find his way. A lot of great things were expected of him, but none of that was guaranteed. And none of this was, I don't want to say it wasn't foreseeable. I think Jerry West foresaw that this was possible, clearly, but you don't realize it. And in the moment, like, the job is all consuming on my end of it. So day to day, you're just trying to keep up with it all. And so you very rarely get to sit back and go, holy shit, like, I'm covering like some really special teams here and some really special moments. You're always on deadline. You're always just trying to keep up. You're always, trying to stay ahead of the game in terms of the news side of it. Shaq and Kobe are having all their fights and everything else. And so you're immersed in that. You're just trying to do the job. And so you very rarely get to sit back. So it's not until after I left LA in 04, and then watching Kobe continue to evolve and win 2 more championships. And of course, I covered both of those finals for the New York Times, but I'm covering him more from a little bit of a distance. We had a good relationship. We got to sit down, chit chat every so often along the way. But I think I appreciated him more from a distance and after the fact, and after he retired. And so, yeah, in the moment, you don't realize how special it is, and the history that you're seeing unfold before you, and the fact that you're not part of it, but you're kind of along for the ride, and you're so close to it that it feels like you lived it as well. So I treasure all of that. Although at the time it was just constant stress of trying to, like I say, make deadline, not get scooped, try not to get killed in the, Shaq Kobe wars, or get killed in the massive media scrums that were surrounding either one of them at any one time, when TV cameras are descending on you and trying to shove you out of the way. It was chaos at times. But it was amazing. And I got to see a lot of incredible basketball.